Namo Phat, good morning. Thank you for joining me for our daily practice check-in. Listen, listen, listen. This beautiful sound calls us back to our true home. The fourth mindfulness training. Aware of the suffering caused by unmindful speech, the inability to listen to others, I vow to cultivate loving speech and deep listening in order to bring joy and happiness to others and to relieve others of their suffering. Knowing that words can create happiness or suffering, I'm determined to speak truthfully, with words that inspire self-confidence, joy, and hope. I will not spread news I do not know to be certain, and will not criticize or condemn things of which I am not sure. I will refrain from uttering words that can cause division or discord, or that can cause the family or the community to break. I'm determined to make all efforts to reconcile and resolve all conflicts, however small. Our Dharma reading today is Beyond Determinations by Ajahn Yatiko, from Beginning Our Day by the monastics of Abhayagiri Monastery. If we wish to overcome obstacles in the heart, to experience the transformation of the defilements, we need to recognize that it cannot be done through force. This is an important principle in our training. If we come across states of anger, irritation, or disappointment with ourselves or other people, and we're getting stuck in these states and dwelling on them, it doesn't work to simply make a determination to force ourselves to change them. We may think, okay, I'm going to try harder and make a new determination so I won't get stuck in these states. That's not going to solve the problem. Even so, when done properly, making a determination can be extremely valuable. And when a determination is valuable, if we slip up on it, then it's helpful for us to recommit to the determination straight away. But with deeply rooted internal states such as irritation, ill will, being judgmental, and other defilements that linger within, we can't control our way out of them. We can't successfully determine, I lost it, therefore I'm going to try harder and not let it happen again. Instead, it needs to come from a state of investigation and study. It doesn't help us or other people if we criticize ourselves for slipping up. And it also doesn't help to tell ourselves not to be critical. We can't force ourselves to be happy. But there can be an investigation and a realization that we don't have to suffer over something. It really is possible to take a negative state, loosen it, and say to ourselves, I don't have to suffer over this. It's really not necessary for me to suffer. If that sort of loosening seems impossible, it merely means we haven't found the right entry point into the state we're working with. There is some entry point, some place where we're clinging and hanging on to negativity, and there is a way to let go of it. We have to know that, to have faith in that, and to trust in that. We can say to ourselves, this is not who I am, and there is some way to let go of this. There's somewhere inside where I can loosen my grip. There has to be. If there weren't, that would be the end of this whole spiritual path. When these states arise, to a certain extent, determinations can be helpful to deal with them. But in order to fully uproot them, we have to use introspection, investigation, and self-study, reminding ourselves that we don't have to suffer over anything. If we can be clear on that, then we can even work on states that seem impossible to deal with, like physical agony, things that seem out of our control, and things that really are out of our control. We can find a way to loosen our grip so we don't suffer. And that, of course, is the core of our practice. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you for joining me this morning.